We start this broadcast with a news alert coming in. WION has accessed the statement by the Indian side after the latest round of talks between India and China. Now, India and China reaffirm that both sides should sincerely implement the understanding on disengagement and de-escalation that was reached by the senior commanders. The 15th meeting of the working mechanisms for consultation and coordination on India-China border affairs was held through video conference today. Both sides discussed in detail the recent developments on the India-China border areas. The Indian side conveyed its concerns on the Galwan Valley face-off. It was emphasized that both sides should strictly respect and observe the line of actual control. Joining us on this broadcast is WION's principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibhal. Siddhant, over to you for all the details on this latest statement.
Well, Shobit, the conversations are over. The diplomatic talks, remember this is the second diplomatic talks this month. The last happened on 5th of June, but this is the 15th border mechanism conversation between India and China. Last meeting happened in Beijing. This time we know that because of the COVID crisis, that meeting happened via video conference. But the big focus, if you look at the readouts of both the Indian government and the Chinese government, is to make sure that there should be the continuation of the trust building and both the armies have come out with, whether it is on 6th of this month or whether it is on 22nd of this month, that should be implemented on ground. But as we have been saying that there is a big if and a big question mark that will China follow the consensus, even though China has been saying, in fact, the Chinese readout emphasized on the consensus that it should be put in place on the ground. The big question is that China does not, in a sense, what it says and what it does are two different things. And we have seen that while China has been saying that the consensus should be implemented, China reiterated its claim on the Galwan Valley today. This was the third time that China reiterated its sovereignty in the aftermath of the 15th of June violent face-off between both the forces at the LAC. So while it is saying that consensus should be implemented, it is claiming its sovereignty over Galwan Valley, which are two contradictory things.
Absolutely.
So clearly when it comes to consensus, India has been saying that the Chinese side should move its troops from the LAC, the build-up which has happened, which is in fact still continuing. And we know that the consensus which was emerged after the second round of military talks, major military talks in a sense, on 22nd, the focus was that disengagement starts very soon. It is expected to start very soon, but as we have said, it's a big if.
Siddhant Sibhal, thank you so much for joining us with all the updates. So two big issues here. First, India has told China to respect the decisions taken during the high-level military talks, and India has told China to respect the line of actual control. We'll keep an eye out on all the developments on this story.